Welcome investors. Canara Robeco is launching Canara Robeco Focus Equity Fund. This is a new launch from our staple. Let us discuss the strategy of this product. So there will be three parts that we will discuss. First is the enablers part of the portfolio. What are the enablers for this portfolio? Second, the portfolio strategy. And third, what is the benefit of that strategy? So from enablers perspective, clearly there are going to be four enablers in place. First, this is going to be high quality, high growth concentrated portfolio. Second, the portfolio objective is to actually have good capital appreciation on risk adjusted basis. Third, the portfolio would be market cap agnostic. And fourth, while the portfolio would be market cap agnostic, it would be actually sensitive to the liquidity constraints that small cap and mid cap provide. So we looked at the enablers. Now let us look at the portfolio strategy. Portfolio strategy is actually three part. It's a combination of leaders, which would form 50 to 70% of the portfolio. Second would be challenges, which would form 20 to 30% of the portfolio. And then there will be emerging themes and cyclical turnarounds, which would form 10 to 20% of the portfolio. Now let us look at them one by one. First would be leaders. These are the businesses who clearly have the highest market share in their respective segment. To that extent, they enjoy the revenue and profitability growth of the industry. Second, they clearly have some form of competitive advantage and it reflects in their higher ROE, ROC. So this will form the major part of the portfolio, that is 50 to 70%. These are leaders. These are leading businesses in their respective segments. Let us come to second part. Second would be the challenges. These are the businesses which are doing well in their respective segment vis-a-vis leaders. So they are gaining market share. Clearly, since they are gaining market share, they are also exhibiting superior earnings growth to leaders. And this also reflects in their improving ROE, ROC. At base, of course, they also enjoy very good ROE, ROC. But both earnings growth as well as ROE, ROCs would be improving for this part of the portfolio. So this will form 20 to 30% of the portfolio. And the third part would be the emerging themes. In emerging themes, there would be two parts. One would be the themes which were hitherto missing in listed space or because of certain changes in regulations or certain changes in social upliftment or certain changes in per capita income. Those themes are more pronounced today. So you will play those themes. So just to give you an example, for last 5 years, there have been several new listed themes which have come in, be it the exchanges, be it the diagnostic chains, be it the life insurance companies, general insurance companies. So there are several such kind of themes which keep coming in listed space time to time, or existing businesses where dramatic changes happen. So those would be that would be the first part of the emerging theme. Second part of the this part of the portfolio would be the businesses which have gone through cyclical downturns and which are coming out of that cycle, and to that extent they exhibit very high earnings growth and re-rating, so that those are beneficiaries of cyclical tailwinds, and we will play them. So that would be the three-pronged strategy of the portfolio: leaders, which will form 50 to 70%, challenges, which will form 20 to 30%, and emerging themes and cyclical turnarounds, which will form about 10 to 20% of the portfolio. We looked at the portfolio strategy. Now let us look at why the portfolio strategy has been thought like that. Clearly, it is three parts: leaders, challenges, and emerging themes. So let us look at the benefits of each of them. First is leaders, which are going to form core of the portfolio, which are going to form 50 to 70% of the portfolio. They clearly give you long-term compounding. These are businesses which are proven. So they give you steady state compounding returns. At the same time, because they are capital efficient businesses, they have some form of competitive advantage. They give you a lot of downside protection. And third, they give you far less volatility than the average market volatility. So these are the three clear benefits of having leaders in the portfolio. Now let us come to challenges. While challenges to some extent exhibit the characteristics like leaders, because they are close second in their respective industries, they have a decent competitive advantage, they have good ROE, ROCs. But critical from challenges perspective, why they are part of portfolio is because they will give you superior earnings growth and to that extent superior alpha as compared to leaders. While they will also deliver you compounding, they will deliver you compounding at a relatively higher rates than the challenges. That's the thought process behind having challenges in the portfolio. And third are emerging themes. These are the themes where they run for several years, and clearly, of course, the success rate would be lower here, but they clearly give you much higher earnings growth, and to that extent much higher alpha as compared to leaders and challenges over a period of time for the successful part of that particular portfolio. Along with that, beneficiaries of cyclical tailwinds also give you a lot of alpha in earnings, and to that effect, this part of the portfolio, while it will give little bit of higher volatility as compared to first two parts, this also has a potential to generate much higher alpha through the period. So thank you for patiently listening through the strategy of Canara Robeco Focus Equity Fund. Happy investing.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.